2 days for this offense?
Yeah, we've had some good work against the Panthers. They were a top 5 defense last year, and they're continuing to grow. So it was good to get our offense against a really good defense. Let the young guys see some really good players and scheme, and then obviously adjusting each day and then carrying that over to the game. So I think we competed, and it was a good week.
Do you plan on playing on Friday night?
Hope so.
How much are the fights affecting productivity during practice?
Yeah, I think everyone's competitive, and sometimes that's how it gets. Sorry. You're good. Sometimes that's how it gets out here. And the big thing is it's football, and we're here to practice and try and have a good day. And the coaches handled it properly, just calling up the teams. And Coach Belichick obviously gave us good advice about just playing the next play and play football and don't worry about fighting other people and stuff like that. Just come together and get the good work in that we need to get against a good team.
You said last week that you felt as if, look, I've always gotten it. I always will.
Yeah.
Master whatever I need to. How's the progress this week relative to last week?
It's good. I think we've done some good things, made some adjustments and stuff, and moving in the right direction. And that's all you can ask for is just, for me to be able to step up in the pocket and make the throws. That's all it is for me, or hand the ball off to the right guy, or hit the check down, hit the deep ball. It doesn't matter. I think we have guys that can make plays all over the field. So regardless of how we call the play or do it, it doesn't matter. The guys are open, and if they're not, I just got to be smart and throw it away. But they've been open a lot, and those 50-50 balls have been really good for us. So
some of the specific improvements, a little more time,
Yeah.
a little more area to step up, a little bit fewer aborted plays.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Good. I think I'm excited to, progress here and just focus on each day. And obviously, I played against them, and we played against them last year, and I was a rookie. And just to talk to some of the guys on the Panthers and stuff, just see what I'm doing different or anything like that. Anything I can pick up, and obviously just growing every day and try not to look too far ahead and just get ready for this game and really just get ready for practice tomorrow and make the adjustments.
Matt, you talked earlier about getting everyone on the same page. How would you characterize your progress just in terms of communication team-wide?
Yeah, we're getting there. I think the coaches have done a good job just kind of listening to us. And, if we don't like something, it's something that they're going to listen to and tell us why we should do one thing or another. And at the end of the day, they have a lot of experience, and they know exactly how to attack a defense. And that's something that we've kind of bought into. And there's a lot of knowledge, and a lot of it's just making sure we're all on the same page, like you said. And we've grown in that area, and we just have to continue to do that. Every day is a new battle, and the coaches have done a great job preparing us for, one day you come out here, there's a new look, and then we come out here today and adjust to it, and we nail it. So that's something that you need to do from drive to drive in the NFL in a game. One drive, they might give you one look, and then the next drive, you got to be ready for the new look they just gave you. So I'm really, pleased with that.
Matt, you mentioned making adjustments. Are some of those driven by the conversations you just mentioned, players suggesting things to the coaching staff about terminology or the communication?
Yeah, I think we laid our foundation of what we want to do and what the coaches want to do, and we've definitely bought into that. And, there's things that I've done in the past or things that I like, and we're trying to incorporate them, or things that, Coach Belichick sees on film. He's like, hey, what do you think about this? So it's very fluid, and for them to be able to take, some of our thoughts is really important. I think the really good offenses in the NFL, you can tell that the play callers and the quarterback are on the same page. So I think we're getting there, and that's the progress that we need, and I've been really pleased with that.
Matt, do you feel like you're in that next stage of, well, you can go the other guy if you want, it doesn't matter. Do you feel like you're in the next stage of past the installation and now in the execution, and that it's just getting to that next level that you need to get to? Because you were frustrated, clearly frustrated at times.
Yeah, I think we could, we're not trying to come out here and scheme everything up, like you said. So a lot of it's just executing our core plays, and when we get to that point, we'll get to that point. But right now, it's just doing everything we can to, all right, this is my read. I'm going to throw it to the first read if he's open. If he's not, I'm going to move on. So, there's a lot of scheme in the NFL, and sometimes you want to just come out and see how things look too. It's not just always going to be your best play against that best coverage or whatever it is. So I think, like I said, the guys are making the plays, which is important, and they all know that they can get the ball on any play. And the offensive line did a really good job protecting me. Obviously, there's no contact in practice, but I do feel very comfortable back there, and we just need to continue to grow in that area.
Matt, you mentioned talking with some Panthers players this week. Have you had a chance to talk to Brian Burns about the play that happened last year in the game?
Yeah, I talked with Brian. We already made up at the Pro Bowl, and everything's good. He's a great player, and I just love watching him on film. How he can speed rush. He's got good power, and he's just a great football player. And really, he really doesn't like to talk. He just kind of keeps getting after it. So I'm kind of the same way. So yeah, we're definitely friends now. So it's all good.
Something about the importance. I got the high ground here.
Yeah, there you go, Phil.
You mentioned something about the importance between the play caller and the quarterback. How has that been going with Matt? It looks like it's Matt who's kind of relaying the signals to you out here in practice.
Yeah, I think it's good. I know Matt's called a lot of plays in the NFL, so he has really good experience. Coach Judge has good experience, and obviously Coach Belichick does too. So whoever's calling it, it's our job to execute. And I think the communication's been really good, even with assistant coaches and their position groups. You can tell that it's not just a one-headed monster. It's a lot of different guys, coming together. Hey, what did you see on this? The wide receiver coaches are like, hey, let's try this. And there's a lot more conversation, which is really a good thing because, sometimes you don't want to just come down from one person. It's good to get everyone's input and make sure that we're all on the same page.
As far as you know, for it to be Matt come the regular season?
I think that's up to Coach Belichick to make the decisions. And at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever they tell me to do and do it to the best of my ability, as is everybody on the offensive line and the skill players. So that's all we can control is doing our job and our attitude and our effort. So we'll get there, and hopefully this week when we get a chance to play, it'll be really good.
Mac, when this week added confidence to you in your group after maybe some frustration leading into
Yeah, I
it?
think there's only a handful of bad plays. If you really know football, you can see there's only a handful of bad plays out here. So you take away those bad plays, whatever it is, 4 or 5 a day, and then everyone's saying it's a great day. So at the end of the day, it's play each play as if it has a life of its own. You slot each play and don't look forward and don't look back. But at the same time, you want to make the adjustments like I talked about, and we definitely did that pretty good. And, you got to keep doing it and eliminate the really bad plays.
Mac, when we keep track of play.
Yeah, I think, like I said, our skill players have done a great job attacking the football. DP's a really good vertical threat. He's really competitive, but, quiet in his own manner. But all those guys, like I say, they all bring a different, trait to the receiver room. So we have a good mix of size, speed, shiftiness, route runners, yak guys, like run after catch. So I've been really pleased, and that's why my job is just distribute the ball to the guys who's open, and they've done a great job doing that.
Mac, when we chart plays, out here, we do that every day, right? We
Yeah.
keep track of the stats. We don't know what you're trying to accomplish necessarily in
Yeah.
certain situations.
Yeah,
And
true.
Over the last over the last couple of days, it seems like you've been pushing the ball down the field maybe a
Yeah.
little bit more. Is that just an emphasis, or is it just throw to the open guy?
Yeah, I think we want to take our matchups, and if it's there when I need to throw it and give them a chance to touch the ball and keep it in bounds. And like you said, there's scenarios that we go through, whether maybe it's the last play of the game and you have to throw the ball or whatever. Sometimes you wouldn't do that on a 1st down and 10, but that's football. You want to give yourself a chance to win, and that's good to practice because you get to the game, you're like, all right, we got the last play here. There's 6 seconds. Can we get 2 plays or not, or whatever the situation is? So I love how we do that here with the Patriots. I'm prepared for all the situations in the game, and then when they come up, we know we've already practiced them. So, pushing the ball down the field's been a big emphasis too, and obviously the line's provided time to do that.
How do you describe the growth for Nelson Aguilar from year 1 in this offense
Yeah.
to year 2?
I love Nelson. He's obviously very quick, very fast. He loves football. I don't know that I've seen a receiver who understands football as well as he does in terms of just general knowledge. He's almost like a quarterback out there, and all of our guys have worked really hard, and we put in a lot of work together in the offseason. He was at all the throwing sessions, but that's what we're trying to grow from. It's like, remember that one time we were throwing and I told you to do this, let's try it on the next play. And we've all done that together as a group, so he's definitely done a good job, and we just got to keep consistency up with all those guys. And like I said, they all bring a different trait to the table. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man.